How y'all doing today? It's your host Andre, and this is Surviving Love. And today we'll be talking about how do you properly move on from a broken relationship. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people may think that that's not really a thing, but it is. It took me, I would say, all but 10 years to properly move on from my last situation. Being that I was in my last situation for 15 years, 2 kids, 2 dogs, some extended family, some memories, a lot of things that, are lasting. And when I say lasting, what do you think I mean by lasting? I mean the things that stick with you even after your relationship is over. And of course, the kids, you can't really say, well, I don't have no kids anymore. But that's not the main concern. Even though you do have to kind of readjust yourself, on how you and your person you had children with are gonna come together and continue to raise the kids. Because Lord knows you got too many people out there abandoning their responsibilities after being in a relationship. I myself continue to, establish a relationship, a bond with my children to this day. Long after the relationship was over, I was still creating bonds and memories and things like that with my children. But with their mother, all that came to a halt after we split, after she left me. You know what I mean? Just call a spade a spade. She definitely left me. But what it did was it left a empty space in my life. When you have a family and you come home to that family every day after work, you kind of get used to that routine. It kind of becomes the routine. You kind of have something to look forward to. So after my breakup, I didn't have that anymore. And it was kind of difficult. And I thought for a long time, a very, very long time, well, how was I gonna fill this void in my life, this space, this emptiness that I felt after breaking up with my children's mother. I picked up books and read. I got on YouTube, thanks a lot to a lot of y'all that were there with me through my ups and downs and my surviving love. And I've been doing this here on YouTube for about 10 years, and it's helped me a lot. But if I didn't have YouTube, if I didn't have friends, if I didn't have a strong circle, that transition would have been different. It would have been something really, really different. So I'm thankful to have a strong circle. I'm thankful that the Lord gave me His guidance and His coverings. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's a difficult thing. I myself, I stopped talking to my children's mother that way. I basically kept it a friendship because I didn't want to keep, reopening up that wound. You know how you got a wound and it grows a protective layer, scab or whatever. And then you move, especially when you get it on a moving part. How many of you had a cut on your finger, on your hand or something like that, and it just took a long time to heal because it's a moving part? Well, that's how breaking up with someone is. And if you continue to talk to them, you continue to have intimate conversations, or continue doing things with this person or doing things for this person, you're reopening that cut. I've met a lot of people here on YouTube and in real life that still have a bond with their ex, and sometimes when they get into their new relationship, the bond with their ex interferes with their new relationship. And what do I mean by that? You have some women who were completely dependent on their ex. And when they split, the things that man used to do in their household now isn't getting done. So some of the women still allow the men to come around and do those things. Let me see, one of the things that women may allow men to do. Maybe something breaks in the house, they allow that man to come over and fix it, or something with the cars, they allow that man to still continue to fix the cars. Things like that. Maybe even cut the grass, or conversations, or going out to dinner with that person. That's gonna make it very difficult for you to move on, for your soul to heal from what it is that you went through. If I continue to do those things with my children's mother, the breakup would have been a lot harder than it was. I had to pretty much go cold turkey with my children's mother, like just stop talking to her in that way. When my kids got older, I didn't have to call their mom to speak to them on the phone. I was able to communicate with my children directly, and there was no interference from their mom at a certain point. They can just call me for what it is that they want. So building that bond with my children also helped me survive love, because it was rough for me. But yeah, those type of things have to stop. Fellas, same thing for you. You can't cook, you have her still coming over to cook for you. All your paperwork, if she was handling the business end, she's still doing those things for you. When you get into your relationship with your new lady, she's not going to be enjoying that too much. It might take her a long time to warm up that you're still talking to your ex, and for some of us, the breakup was really, really, really bad. So why do you want to have a relationship with someone who treated you really, really bad? It makes it a difficult transition. And we want to know, how do you transition smoothly after a breakup? And that's what we want to know. When I see that in my situation, I see that the person that I'm trying to court, that I'm trying to be with, still has those tight bonds with their ex, that's a red flag for me. And it's not an immediate deal breaker, because, look, I'm an adult. I do know that it takes time to get people out of our system. No matter what it is that it's going to take time for you to get over, it still takes time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm understanding of that. But I don't do certain things like that, because I know that would make the person I'm trying to be with now feel some type of way, being they bad. You know what I mean? So you got to be mindful of that. Cheers, of that type of thing. Today we got a nice wet red wine, a little sweet, semi-sweet wine. The name of it is Max, as you can see. Beautiful bottle. Get you some of this wine at your local winery or wherever you get your wine from, but it's definitely a great choice. Another bottle, about $13 a bottle. Something you can sit back, watch Survive and Love episodes, and enjoy the content. It's your boy Andre from Survive and Love. Smash that like button on your way in. Like and subscribe, you heard? Share too. I appreciate all the support over here on Survive and Love, where we talk about the journey and the things that people forget to talk about. You know what I mean? Welcome to part 2 of how do you move on from your past relationships. Again, this is part 2. Hope you got your wine. Let's get into it. So, part 2. Keeping secrets from your partner. Why would you keep secrets from someone that you're calling your partner? If you're your partner, it's very imperative that you share information with your partner, that you communicate with your partner. Keeping secrets away from your partner will now put doubt in your partner's mind. And when you put doubt into your partner's mind, that leaves the door open for a lot of other things to get into. If you're anything like me, I'm a jealous person. I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat anything. I'm a very jealous man, and you don't want to put doubt into the mind of a man who's a very jealous man. You know what I'm saying? The frequencies go all off whack, and you know he starts to think other things. You know what I mean? So you don't want to put doubt in your partner's mind. And keeping secrets will definitely do that. It will destroy your bond, because if you don't tell the person the secret and they find out anyway, that's damning to your situation. That's damning to your communication. That's damning to your trust that you're building with that person. That's damning to the bond that you guys are building. And sometimes it's hard to come back from keeping a secret from your partner. Moving on out of your relationship, and maybe your secret might be you still do things with your ex. And what are some of the things that you might still do that you would have to keep a secret? That is imperative, is very imperative that you communicate with your partner these type of things, even if you must do it. Late night phone conversations with your ex, or phone conversations with your ex while your new partner is at work, continuing to have those conversations and not telling him. And maybe you might talk about your new relationship with your ex. Maybe there's something that you have a problem with in your new relationship, and now you're telling your ex about your new relationship, and somehow those two cross paths, and now everything that you told your ex, he's now saying it to, he or she is now repeating it to your new partner without you knowing. Now you just put a wrench in the game. Now you just completely destroy the trust, the bond that you two guys building, the chemistry. Everything will be all out of whack because you kept a secret from your new partner, from your new situation, when all you had to do was communicate with your partner. Who knows, they may have been alright with you communicating with your ex in, a certain kind of way, you know what I mean? But you destroyed that by not telling them, because some people are very understanding of certain things. I'm less understanding. I don't want you communicating with your ex, especially not talking about me, you know what I mean? So let's not keep secrets. Let's be upfront. Let's communicate. And let's do the things, let's respect each other, and let's not keep secrets. Keeping secrets can destroy your relationship. Let's see if we got a story time, a quick story time for you. Let me see. I do. Take a sip of this wine and get into it, because your boy's journey is your boy's journey, and my content is about life. So here we go. So when I was actively dating and pursuing love and moving on from my situation, I kept things away from other women. And I was talking to one woman and still communicating with other women on the dating apps and stuff like that. And, it was getting really serious between me and the young lady, and we kept going out, we kept going on dates, and things were hitting off a little bit, but I was still on the dating apps. That's my secret. I kept from my new partner, and I was on there, and I was just still doing my thing, still answering messages, still receiving messages, still looking at profiles, and still actively on the dating site, still pursuing other women while talking to this woman. I know it's a dog eat dog world. We learn from our mistakes and we try not to do it again. We try not to go down that road again. And me surviving, loving, being in a situation where a secret was kept from me, I know better, you know? But yeah, so I'm still on a dating app and I'm doing my thing and we're hitting it off and everything is all good. And I'm thinking everything is fine and dandy. Until, you know, I'm talking to this one woman in the app and it's going smooth and she's saying the right things in the messages and the messages with, you know, some substance to it, not just short answers and hello and good morning and what are you doing and how about you and where are you? You know, it's a nice conversation. We're getting to know each other and we're building. But unbeknownst to me, one of the women that I was talking to on the app was the actual woman I was in a situation with. Not a real official situation, but we were getting towards that. And she had made another page and she started responding back with me under this page. And she's like, every time I turn around, which I should have known, she's like, are you still on the dating app? She's asking me, and I'm just like, no. She just kept asking me. I'm like, why does she keep asking me? Am I still on the dating app? And she already knew that I was because she was reacting under another page. And she got to the point where we were gonna meet, we were gonna do a drive-by. And I could remember she just kept asking me, you know, what are you doing today? What are you doing today? And I'm just like trying to avoid her because I want to go to the meet and greet to meet this other woman, which I'm thinking is another woman, but it's actually her. And she played me really well because she knew everything that I liked because I'm in a situation with her. So she's saying everything that I want to hear. So as I'm getting ready to go on a date, she lets me know. She sits me down. She's like, I know where you're going, and I know who you're gonna meet. And she told me the woman's name, and my eyes just lit up, and my tongue fell out of my mouth on the floor. I had to pick it back up, and I felt really, 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 really bad. You know, really bad. And like a woman, you know, of course, I lost that situation. I lose a lot of them, but she respectfully let me know that she no longer wants to be in a situation with me because the trust has been broken, the bonds have been broken, the chemistry has been doused away with my secret. And I really did like her. I really did enjoy conversating with her. I really did enjoy the dates and the engagement that we were doing. And my toxic ways ended that all for me. The fact that I kept that secret from her that I was still on the dating app destroyed possibly a situation that would have been very good for me. So if you don't want to destroy your situation or a future situation, don't keep secrets. Communicate and let them know what's going on. Let them know how important they are to you. I'm your host, Andre Love from Surviving Love, and I'm now. Hey, what's up? It's your boy Andre from Surviving Love. Smash that like button. Man.